Alright, what's up guys? It's Colton, also known as PepticGuy585. Wanted to make a video today to show y'all how to play my minigame, which is not named yet. It's either Minecraft Zombies or Lab, because Lab is the name of the map. So we name the game that as well, but I'm not sure yet. This is basically based off Call of Duty Zombies, but it's made entirely on our Bromo Sapien server. Just fully survival, no mods. So I don't know if anyone else has done this, but pretty proud of this. I've definitely put a lot of work into it, and I just want to make a video on how to do the game, how to set it up, and how to play, because it's a little bit complicated, but I promise y'all are going to get this whenever y'all do a run or two. Or if you want to, you can totally just have me meet with you. Just message me somehow, Instagram, group me, or just leave a message in my base or my pawn shop. I'll get back to you. But getting to the game, you should see the nice and bright island here, and you should see the lab itself. You can land here, and if you need coordinates, it's basically negatives 695 by 69 by 360. I'll come back to this step in a second, but you can set your spawn if you want to. And I'm actually going to go ahead and... Oh, no, never mind. I'm not going to do that. So, if you can set your spawn there, or you can do it on step 7, which we'll come back to, but you'll come in through here. Just be aware that this is a one-way door. There's another way out, but just be aware that it's a one-way. Come here to the red cylinder room here, whatever you want to call this. It's going to be where you'll find the control room. We'll drop down here. And you'll come over to your left where you'll find step 1, which is this first circuit. You'll flick this on. Don't mess with the items in here. It's predetermined, but just make sure that's on. Step 2 is a little bit more complicated, but we're going to set the difficulty based on how many items are in these two hoppers here. So max difficulty is going to be 1 of the items, which is going to be netherrack. 16 is going to be medium. 32 to 64 is going to be hard. So what you do, like let's say you want to do a hard run, you'll just come in here and you'll set, make sure that there's only one item. If you notice the stuff's happening over here, make sure this is off. It'll make your job a lot easier. So we just set this up for hard and make sure it's only netherrack. If you need more netherrack, I've got netherrack in here, so just use the netherrack that's in here. Only netherrack will work in here, but yeah, just set the number of items based on your difficulty. And if you're doing a no item run, this is where you can also set your difficulty. So you can do no starting kit, but still do like easy spawn, medium spawn, or hard spawn. So this is where like I'll mention this later, but if you're writing your score later, you'll write which difficulty you used whenever you die. But that's basically it, and then whenever this is ready, just flick it on, and that'll turn this on. So that's steps 1 and 2 done. We'll come out to this exit to go outside of the game. And you'll come over here to this bubble column, which will take you just outside. There's the map here. We're going to make a clockwise loop around for the next steps. So step 3 is going to be entering this trapdoor here. We're going to clear out any items that are in this chest. Step 4, we're going to come over here, make sure this chest has loot. Should be like backlog of swords, armor, other random stuff. That's all you gotta check for. These two trapdoors are mine, don't worry about them. I'll come around here around this sand path, which, sorry it's sand, but desperate times, desperate measures, all that. Step 5, we're gonna empty this chest. If you see like I've got items in here, we'll just make sure that's empty, close that up. Step 6, we're gonna come through this trapdoor here, and empty this chest. So you see I've got gold in here. Make sure you're taking the gold out. Just take away any items that are in there. Come around here, finishing our clockwise loop over to step 7. Step 7 is going to be a little bit complicated, but this is going to be where you're going to set up your inventory whenever you start. You can do this step 1. You can do this. Step whenever you get to the game, or just any time before you start the game. But you'll come here, put any items you want to in this chest. Just make sure you're not coming in with any items like gold or anything like that. And then your starting kit is going to be based on this book here, which I know we don't like reading. This book's a little bit complicated, but it goes through things that are very important. Like you cannot miss this. So please read the books, and it will change. So keep that in mind. But basically, it's going to be telling you what I mean on the difficulties. Difficulties are going to list things like your maximum armor, the maximum number of enchantments you can put on items, etc. And on any and all runs, make sure that everyone is reading this every time. You know, it basically tells you don't break the map, don't teleport, and a couple more items that are banned or otherwise regulated. Just flick through here, and if you want to do like a hard run, let's say, just look through the hard runs. This will tell you like your maximum armor points, your maximum number of enchantments per items, etc. Just be sure to read this carefully. Like I said, any questions, just ask me. That's basically it. That's step 7 done. Make sure your spawn is set. Come back in through the door. Come here to where the trident killer is. Step 8, we're going to make sure we throw a trident, so there's no trident in here. If there is a trident, make sure that you are the one who threw it. That is incredibly important. Please make sure you're the one who throws this trident, but you just have to hit the piston face on any of these pistons, and then just make sure this lever is flicked up. That's just for me, so if you see this down, come over here, flick it back up. Just make sure you do that. It's very important if it is down. And then step 9 is going to be this hostility clock, or hostility circuit. Right is off, left be on, and we go back to the control room for our last step, step 10. Drop down here, and then this is the master, so be sure that you gear up before you do this step. This is where you need to be geared up with one of those starting kits, or if you're doing no items, then you've got no items, but just be sure that as soon as you turn off this water stream, like this, that's going to activate the nether portal, so this will always turn the game off, but it will not always turn it on. If it doesn't turn on, then just check step 1 and 2. But make sure you flick this on to remove the water stream, because that's going to change, or that'll turn off the game every single time. You'll come up here into the entrance back into the game. Again, make sure you're geared up, and then whenever you hit this floor, this is where I'll have to ask you all to set a stopwatch. So on your phone, on an app, I don't care. Just click a watch, get it started, and get your time going if you're going to write this down for a leaderboard. And then once you're playing, make sure we're not entering any terracotta rooms, red terracotta specifically. Don't enter the control room. Don't enter these red areas. This is where they're spawning, so I don't want to see people like sitting here and spawn camping them, or in addition to this rule, if the pigmen are in this room, don't shoot them. I don't want to see people like spamming them as they're spawning. Wait until they get out to here, and before you start killing them. And this rule is extremely important over here too. There's a block here. Do not cross the red terracotta, because this gets you into another room for free. Don't do that. But that's basically it. You'll keep going. The pigmen are going to drop gold swords, gold nuggets, stuff like that. This is where you'll come over to the workshop. It's over here in the corner. You can leave this open, but if it's not open, just flick that lever down. You can combine gold swords if you need to, especially if you're on a no item run. Those gold swords have enchantments. If there's any you're not using, you can throw them in here, this shulker box, and it will spit out gold nuggets here, which you'll use for other things, which I'll explain. And like rotten flesh or anything that's not useful, throw in the fire. Just make sure if you're using something, or if you're throwing away something that's valuable, don't throw it in the fire. Like, please save it for other runs. I have to stop this game. Just put it in this chest over here, or any other items you want to put in here. And then I've got extra coal in here as well. And if you're on a no item run, you might need to use this for armor, which may seem ridiculous, but hey, you signed up for it. So anyways, all that's there. You'll come over here, and I have a couple of these hoppers on the ground. This is where you basically open doors or do other things. And it'll say what to do. So this is the entrance to the Flora Lab, which is the next area of the map. And throw in gold nuggets. It says gold nuggets, so only throw in gold nuggets. You can queue drop this, or you can just put the items in yourself, but just make sure you throw in 40. If you throw in more, then that's on you. I mean, you lose those. Um, but you're not going to trick this if you throw in, whatever, another rack. It will filter it out, and it's not going to count towards your total. So don't try to fool it. I thought about it, so you're just giving me more work to filter out the items later. But I mean, it's not going to help you out. So just throw in gold nuggets. Don't throw in ingots or diamond blocks either, or gold blocks. But that'll open. And then this is the other situation where you have a hopper on the ground. You can throw in any item. I can throw in a feather, and it'll still open it. You can also throw in rotten flesh or whatever you want to throw in here. So these types will take anything, and then there's one more door that will do that, and then there's one more of these hoppers that are priced. So if it's priced, gold nuggets. If it's not, then throw in whatever. Just realize you're not going to get it back. But that is basically it, and that will open up another area of the map, which I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's definitely worth your time to go there, especially if you're on a no item run. And after you're done, or after you die, basically, let's say you set your spawn out here. So this is where, if you have a clock going, you're going to stop the clock. You're going to grab any items in here that you may have to help you get the pigment out. You'll come in, and just be aware that the pigment are still going to be hostile towards you. So as soon as you can, you're going to want to flick this lever off, which this is going to be off to the right, and you'll come in down here. And you'll also turn on this water stream, so it should look like this with the water going. Make sure you do that, because otherwise the game will still be running and you'll still get pigment spawning that are angry at you. From there, you can either, and if you want to, you can even put your items like in one of these chests to help you get your stuff back, and you can come up here, back to the game to fight for it, or if you want to, you can take the exit outside of the game like this, go to this bubble column, and you can fly away, and you should be able to fly away far enough eventually that the pigment will despawn. You can fly back just like this, and the pigment should be despawned, but the items should be there. You can pick them up. Either way you want to do it, just be aware I'm not liable for any items you lose in here, so try to be careful about it. But that's basically it as far as turning off the game. I would definitely appreciate it if you go through a round, do the clockwise loop again, clear all those chests out, but the next person should do that, so you don't have to worry too much. And then you can come out here to the leaderboard and just make sure that whatever you're using for your stopwatch, make sure you hit stop whenever you die. If you're gonna put it on the leaderboard, if you're close, like you can still put it, but if you're having to guess, I guess keep it on the shorter side or just disqualify that run. It's all honor system, so just try to keep aware of that. But you'll write your name, your date, and your time that you survived on the leaderboard, as well as the level of difficulty. That's the hopper clock that we mentioned, step 2. That's the number of netherrack. So if you did 1 and you did a no item run, then you can put hard, medium would be 16, easy 32, etc. But yeah, sorry, but that's basically it. And I have it categorized by month and then by yearly, and these will be all time. I may have doubles eventually over here or something, but I don't have doubles available yet because I need to test things. But you can put your scores here. You do easy, medium, hard, and no item. Again, no item is the only one that puts the difficulty on there. Otherwise, name, date, and time, and then name, date, and time here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you want to watch the games, if you got friends playing, then there's a couple spots you can watch. There's some windows, but these windows are better. Got these windows over here, and then there's windows on the other areas of the map as well, so you'll be able to watch. But that is pretty much it. Just in general, keep an eye on things, try to keep the game clean. If if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm definitely happy to help. I don't want you to be intimidated to play this game. It's supposed to be fun. I want people to play. So um, if you've got questions, I'll meet up with you and show you how to play the game. But that's basically it. I'm excited to see y'all play, and yeah, just I'll catch y'all out here playing. See y'all.